Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back to the Common Sensitivity Podcast. It's your girl Mo and my co-host Nathan.
What's happening? What's up, Mo?
What up?
What's going on today? What's up? It's glorious as hell outside, ain't
It's
it?
a beautiful Saturday.
I'm saying. Woke up like, God damn. What is going on today?
What is going on today? It is almost the end of September.
I know, that shit moving by fast.
Yeah. Like the year
there.
is almost over.
Look, I ain't even did Christmas shopping yet. I was like, you know what? I need to be an adult this year. Let me start right
early.
now. Yeah,
Oh,
I should
yeah.
have started like before summer, to be honest. I didn't even think about it.
I'm not buying nobody's shit this year.
I ain't even mad at you. Because I don't feel like doing it either.
Because you know what? We are in a whole recession. I'm not buying nothing.
Well, I got kids. I ain't got
I'm
no
over here
choice.
trying to count my coins. I'm like, you know what? I can't do that because I am tapped out.
I ain't mad at you. I swear to God, I ain't mad at you. Hey, that sucks too. You gonna buy some shit, people ain't gonna be able to use it. It's gonna be just there.
I'm not buying anything. I don't got no little kids. I'm not buying anything.
Nah, but you know, you got a family. You gotta buy the family something.
Who?
Your husband. Duh.
Oh yeah. Well.
Okay, go on a trip. There it is.
No,
There, look,
you know what?
That's the best present.
I feel like this year I want to do ring upgrades. I've been wanting to do it for a while, so that's what we've been talking about.
Okay.
And then we want to buy a house. We really do. We want to build a house. So I think that's more important. And then, you know, I obviously like to take trips. So that's where I'm at. So I'm like, I don't need those like gifts or anything. I say that for now.
My man's just get pulled along. Come on here. We going to the Bahamas. You're like, damn, can I just chill this weekend?
No, he agreed to, I think we'll do like a vacation maybe for New Year's.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Yeah. And then like my birthday's in February. And then I don't know, you know, I want to go out of the country. I just recently got my passport.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
How long did it take?
Well, I went on like May 9th and then there was a whole hiccup with it. Mm-hmm. They literally sent me a passport with the wrong date of birth.
What?
All that. So I had to go back. It was a whole debacle. So yes, it really was. And so I just got it back, the right one. I would say probably last month sometime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What?
So
I need to get my
it's just
passport.
sitting in the safe and I'm ready to use it.
Okay.
2023. We'll see.
Coming real soon.
It is. It is.
Flying around the world, all around the world.
All around the world.
You know what I'm saying? What you got for us today? What we talking about?
Today, we're going to talk about, let's talk about sex, baby.
Hey.
Let's talk about you and me.
Okay, well, look, Pretty Ricky, huh? That was the
I don't
one
know.
back then on the hotline. Okay, I see.
I feel like Let's Talk About Sex might have been before. A Pretty Ricky remake? I think there was a Pretty Ricky.
No, that was on Hotline. That was the next one after the Blue Stars.
I feel like there was an
Talk
original
about sex,
though.
Baby. Okay.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Let's talk about you and me. That was a Pretty Ricky though.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Everybody likes sex, right?
I hope. I mean, if you having it, look, if you ain't having it, I see why you probably don't like it. I'm sorry.
Seth always says that he can't be around no man that don't get no buns. He says because they're dangerous and they're unhinged.
Oh shit! I ain't never heard that one. That's different.
Oh my goodness!
My man's just like, hold on, nigga. Let me check your resume. Let me make sure. Let me see. Hey, look, it's like getting your oil changed. Just put the sticker on your back every 3,000 miles. When your last last date of. All right. We can hang out and have a beer. That's funny. He said dangerous and unhinged, huh?
Yeah. So
I like that.
I feel like we're gonna talk about sex, but just like relationships and sex as all that. So I guess
it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's really a big deal.
It is a big deal. What do you think about like sex on the first date?
Okay, you wasn't gonna waste no time. Pull the whole microphone out to me like a reporting live. Okay, what do you think?
They don't call me CMM for nothing.
Oh shit! You're gonna take it and run with it. Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
I'm kidding.
Damn. I mean, hey, on the first date, it's risky. Very risky. It's risky, especially in this day and time.
I feel like you're a sex on the first date kind of guy. No?
Nah.
You strike me as one.
Nah. Damn. Hey, look. That's messed up. See, you see how your friends do you? Your friends will do you the worst.
I'm kidding.
They'll call you promiscuous without calling you promiscuous. They be like, "Get your fast ass over there and sit down somewhere."
I feel like, honestly, most people have all had sex on the first date, or like
they got a story somewhere. I think somebody,
everybody does. Everybody does. Yeah, because even if it's not a date, right. It just, I mean, have you ever had a one night stand?
See, now that right there is where it gets tricky. What's classified as a one night stand? Is it like a never call you back, or could it be like I've known this person X amount of time or all my life, and then one night just bam and never again? Like,
so I've always thought that one night stands are you meeting someone for the first time.
Okay.
Whether it's a blind date or just you met them at a party or outing, whatever. You meet somebody for the first time, you have sex with them, and you never speak to them again.
Oh, shit.
So I think that's what a one night stand is.
Damn, that shit sound like it hurts.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, shit. oh, really?
Yes, because I've never had a one night stand. Not technically a one night stand. Have I met someone and had sex with them on the first time meeting them?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But it's not like I never spoke to them again.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's funny that you kind of say it like that. Now that I really think about it. All right. So when I was like maybe 17, 18, somewhere in there, I was at a party and I was with my little brothers and shit. And the party ended up getting shot up and all that stupid shit. But before all of that, I pulled this girl. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home and fuck with you tonight." Like, why not? I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, whatever." So I took my little brothers home. And we went and kind of chilled, hung out, did whatever we was going to do. And I didn't really hear from her, like, after that. The next time I heard her, like check me out. So, like, the next time I saw and heard from her, though, it was, like, with my boy. And this is like my
Wait a minute. So next time you saw or heard from her, she was with your boy.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny because
she did you the other way around.
Not exactly. Like we was cool. We was cool about it. It wasn't like a.
Well, what she's giving is
what she's giving.
What I understand you to have said is that you met this girl.
Yeah.
You guys did your thing.
Yeah.
And you never heard from her again. And the next time you seen her, she was with her boy.
She was with my boy.
With your boy.
But look, here's the funny part. Watch this. So my boy happened to be with my cousin, and we was all kicking it one day at my house. My boy is like, it was his birthday. He's like, "Hey, dog, hey, can you take me to go scoop this girl? There's a girl trying to hang out with me for my birthday." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "We got to make a move, but yeah, I'll take you and drop you off, whatever you need me to do, bro." So we go over there. I'm like, "Damn, this house looks familiar." Okay. Picked her ass up. It was her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then she hopped in the car and shit. I'm just like, oh, shit. I mean, whatever.
I mean, it happens.
Dudes is cool about that kind of shit.
They are. And it happens, I guess, because usually it's the girl that feels salty. Right? If you meet a dude, you have sex with him, you never hear from him again, right?
Yeah, shit.
You might feel salty. But for a girl to do it.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I've done that. But it's a little different situation because it wasn't like I just met him.
Okay.
Right? So it was like a dude, we was talking for a while, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Reporting live.
He was, he was one of them pretty boys. So I low key was kind of like skeptical from the jump.
You was thirsty.
No, I've never been thirsty. So I was just skeptical because I was like, he does a lot. I already know he's giving. He's giving very does a lot vibes.
Wow. Busy. You're busy, my man.
He was fine, and I wasn't gonna pass it up. And so I was like, "All right, you caught me on a cool one." When I'm like, I'm feeling like a little spicy tonight. Spicy. A little bit, yeah. So I'm gonna mess with you. Oh, shit. But you know what? I ain't never called him again. I was good. I didn't want to do it anymore. No, because he gave me, like I said, just do too much vibes.
See, that's the worst.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that kind of go with the game and shit. Like you bound to run into that one that's gonna put it on your ass. And then you're going to be like, damn, I think I kind of want something with that. And then they're going to be like, And
I guess I have had, like, guys tell me, you're kind of like the boy.
That's fucked. Hey, that sounds like Deion Cole. He said that shit. It's like, girl fucked me and reversed the narrative. She went in there and fucked the shit out of me and then played PlayStation for like 3 hours. And I was over there like, you just don't know how awesome this is.
I know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Like I say, it was like whatever, see her and shit, and just like, oh, okay. Crazy thing was though, her peoples didn't like that shit. I was like, damn, they didn't complain it was just me and you, but now they mad. The fuck you want me to do? They're like, well, you could at least took her to a hotel. What the fuck am I doing that for? I wasn't hosting. I was dropping off. I was Uber before Uber was Uber. Okay.
Did you talk about her?
Did we talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, me and my homie?
Yeah.
Not really. We were more concerned with ourselves. It's kind of crazy. My boy got in trouble after that because the girl, I don't even know how the fuck they got my fucking phone number to my house. But they were like, I never let my news beat me home. This was one time that a motherfucker called my house and was tripping. And my mom was like, yeah, somebody called the house. I was like, what the fuck? Never. How? That girl ain't got my number, and I don't even talk to her or her family like that. So apparently they like caught her and my boy somewhere up at the park. Like all her family kind of mobbed up there and shit and just like coerced this nigga. I was like, what the fuck, nigga? You gave him my number? What's wrong with you? Bro, come on, bro. Then they called his mom and pops and shit. It was real awkward. Like, I was cool even after when I talked to my mom about it. She's like, all right, whatever. I'm like, look, ain't nobody coming here, so you good.
Yeah.
Then we took my boy home and his dad and shit from Detroit, right? It's like old Detroit.
Who called your house though?
Man, someone in her family, like one of her cousins or something.
Why?
Because we used to go to school. All of us used to go to school together.
They called your house and told your mom?
Yeah, like looking for her though. But I was just like, damn, like, nigga, why would you tell them that I dropped you off? Bro, you're supposed to be my dog.
Yeah. We
took his ass home. Me and my cousin was standing on his doorstep when he was going in his house. And we was trying to explain to his mom, like, oh, yeah, well, it's his birthday. We just dropped him off here, there. Then we seen his dad come looming out the back hallway and shit. He's like, Red. I was like, oh, shit. It's like, hey, nigga, go. We got the fuck out of here. Never heard from that nigga for like 3 months. I was like, damn, I think my boy is dead. I think they killed him.
The dad.
Yeah, I think they murdered him. Nah, but he was good though. He was cool.
Well, I think the dad should have been more focused on the fact that his daughter was underage. Ooh. Jumping from.
No, we were all like 17.
That's underage.
Well, I mean, I don't know where her dad was at. But this is my boy and his dad. I don't know where her dad was at. Who knows?
Oh, gotcha. It wasn't her dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy thing, I think her people or her mom, dad, whatever, was like from the Midwest, and they were all out there. So she was just visiting. She was with her cousins, right?
What do you always say? It's giving very bop.
It's giving bop.
You're
vibes.
Just visiting, homie hopping. In a whole nother state, region, if you will.
Region, if you will. I think I'm going to be a regional manager. I'm going to manage this area right here and go over there and see what's over there.
So how long do you think is acceptable to have sex, I guess?
Before we're actually doing it?
I guess what's acceptable? How long should you wait if you're talking to someone or in a relationship, or what do you think is acceptable?
3 hours. Get straight to that shit. No, fuck. Nah. Look, that's enough right there. All right. We went over goals, went over everything. Okay, good. Nah, I don't know. Like, truthfully, because I'm just different, it just got to be the right moment. To be honest, it just got to be the vibe and the feeling that person is giving you or you giving them. Mm-hmm. And even sometime then, though, because, I mean, this comes with age and maturity and experience. You learn some things. If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But as you get a little older, you be less spontaneous, I guess you would say, or likely to take that risk, you know? So you know you want to do it, and you're like, oh, shit, like, damn, right now, what's up? But at the same time, it's like you got to fight that urge, and you're like, fuck that. Like, because you got to know, what do you really want from this person? What do you like about this person? If you truly feeling this person or you like them, you going to value them, and you don't really want to fuck that up, because you could fuck it up just that quick, you know, by doing that.
So what you're saying is the vibe has to be right, and it depends on what you want from the person.
Right.
So there really is no timeline. It just has to be the right vibe.
That's right.
And you got to know what you want from them.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I agree.
That's the only way to kind of base off like a time frame, you know, of when to or when not to.
Yeah, I agree, because I do agree with you that it comes with experience and maturity, because like you said, you told a story about being 17, you know. Mine was more like in my 20s, but I do think that as you get older, you are more selective,
right,
with who you want to share your body with, right, because it's transferring energy. It's a transfer of energy, so it is super important to be selective and know what you want out of someone and make sure that it is the right vibe. And you know, I think when you're younger, it's more just about your hormones are jumping, you know, and so you're just kind of like, oh yeah, like whatever, let's have some fun.
I'm glad you said that and you told the truth about it, because I swear to you, there's like a billion women out there when they ask that question or they ask that question, the first response is like, oh, I was young. And why is it always young? Just tell the truth. Just say, hey, look, hormones was really whooping my ass, and I feel like I needed to go ahead and venture into that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I respect that. Yeah. It's like, damn, you told the truth. Yeah. You know, like, but a lot of people don't do that. I respect you for doing that and saying that. That's because that's really just the truth of the matter. You know? Yeah. And like I say, with age and experience comes maturity. You're going to learn some things and know the pros and cons about it. You know, what are some of the pros and cons you think of sex on the first date? Or not?
I think the number one, I guess, con, right? No, pro.
Okay, pros first.
Yeah. So the number one pro for me would be just getting it out of the way. Like, right? I guess if you're going to do it, just get it out of the way and make sure it's what you like.
That shit sound like sampling cocaine. All right, let me see. How do I feel about this?
Because remember, I don't have a lot of experience with sex on the first date or first meeting someone, right? Right. It's only happened to me once.
Damn.
Okay. And I didn't date the guy.
Damn.
It was very short-lived. But, I mean, it wasn't a one-night stand. And it was very, like, there was a strong attraction. I met him at a record store.
Tower Records.
No, so back in the day, there used to be, I want to say it was Zia Records.
Oh, Zia's still around.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I was gonna say that first. That's funny.
Yeah, I met him at Zia Records, and you know what? We exchanged phone numbers.
You was looking for records?
I was looking for records.
Nigga, I don't believe you.
I was.
I don't fucking believe you.
I wasn't looking for him. But I'll tell you, there was a strong attraction.
What record was you looking for?
I don't know, probably a Usher record.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
Excuse me, do you have the yes, Confessions? Is this here? Just you have the LP?
But it was very short-lived, and I guess the only pro I would say was that we got it out of the way, and it was just something that if like because at that point I don't know you, you don't know me.
Right.
So we haven't taken the time to really get to know one another or build, right?
Right.
So the only thing that positive that could come out of this is, do I like your sex? Do you like my sex? Are we going to do it again?
That's
so
crazy,
we got it out of the way.
That's
right?
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's like an audition. That's
right.
crazy.
So it was just like that pro. and for what the relationship was, that was cool, and it lasted for as long as it did. But the con was that because I didn't know him, there was a whole different side to him that I wasn't okay with, So it was like you showing up to my house unannounced, questioning me about who's inside my house is a problem.
Damn, why you do that to that man?
That was weird. I didn't do anything. Because here's the double standard, though. He had a whole baby mama and kids that I didn't know about, but I later found out about when I ran into him in the store, and he was trying to protect his baby mama and his kids from me. Like I was gonna walk up and start drama.
Hey, remember that movie? Get away from my daddy, Trap. Remember that shit?
It was wild.
That's funny.
And the thing is that had he known me, he would have known that that's not even my style anyway, right? So that was the con, is that we really didn't know each other, and thankfully nothing major came out of it, right? Because that again is something that I think people don't think about, is that when you not only transfer energy, but you are laying down with someone, now
somebody can get up with feelings.
Not just feelings, but now you have the risk of STDs. What if that condom breaks? Yep. It breaks and you get pregnant, or you know what I mean? So
that is scary.
Those are scary things that you don't think about. I was 19 in that situation. I was 19, and so no, I wasn't thinking about that at 19. Granted, I should have been, because I definitely had a whole baby. So I should have been. I mean, we were using protection. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's fine, but I didn't think about all the things that could come out of it later.
It's crazy, huh?
And then on top of him being a show-upper.
But look, though, so how did he get your address? Oh, so
he had been to my house. That's where we
when you
exchanged energies.
Oh shit. when you're in that lane right there, you always go to their house. See?
But again, I didn't know this because I was immature. I was inexperienced at that point.
Always.
I'd had a high school boyfriend, and then I'd had my son's dad.
I swear to you, that's why nothing really ever happened at my house, growing up. And don't get me wrong, I lost my virginity at a young age.
Yeah.
Right? But if I had to really like you, you had to be my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, to really even be coming to my house like that. Mm-hmm. And I think I've always kind of had a good sense of judgment and character with energy and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to know that you mean me some type of well, to even be around my mom or my brothers or my sister, just anybody at this house on this block, period. Mm-hmm. Because the people here on this block, they mean me well, for real. And I mean them well. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna have you disturbing that for no reason at all.
Well, I think that's part of the issue nowadays with relationships, is that, in my opinion, I think people get straight to business and transfer energy before they do anything else. And that is a hindrance. It's definitely, it's not a pro. It's definitely a con.
Yeah. It works against you.
It does, because when you're almost blinded in a sense, because maybe the sex is good. Maybe it's great.
Fire.
Right?
Fire.
And now it's it's that sexual relationship. You have a very strong sexual chemistry. Mm-hmm. But when the going gets tough and now it's time to face real life issues, how does this person even deal? Are they even equipped? What's their mindset like? Do you guys have the same goals? Are you equally yoked? All of these things start to come up, and then you realize, oh, how did I even get into this mess in the first place? And then you're like, oh, because I got right to business.
No, this is true.
So I think, me personally, and as I've matured and gained more experience, it's really important for me what stimulates me the most is somebody's brain.
Right.
And,
that's definitely me.
Yeah. So it's I might be physically attracted to you just because of how you look, right?
Right.
But if you're dumb,
it's a turn off.
There's nothing else. I can't even see
off.
Past what's coming out of your mouth at this point.
And I mean that right there goes without saying. I think for a lot of women, or I ain't gonna say that, to be honest. Let me take that back. Modern women, I don't know. Nowadays, who knows? It's like they're like dudes. I don't know. Now, older women, a little bit, my generation, a little bit older.
I'm older than you. So what do you mean your generation?
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Not this modern.
So do you mean older women?
Yeah, like a little bit. I mean, even if you
like the baby boomer age.
What is that, like the early 80s?
No, I'm an early 80s baby.
Yeah. You're like 80.
I'm 85.
That's not early. That's in the mid.
Okay, fine.
Oh gosh, I'm 88 around.
I'm talking like well, let's see. I would say probably like early 70s, late 60s. Is that what you're talking about?
Hell no, but I mean,
I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, to some
late
degree.
60s to mid 70s.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think. My husband is I can't even remember the year now. He's 47.
What you mean you can't remember?
So he's
the year?
70s.
You better remember the year. That's your husband.
No, but I know his birthday. I can't remember the year though. I think it's if I'm 85, he would be what, 74?
10 years apart?
74? Like 10 and a half.
Oh, 10 and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I think he's like 74.
75, 74 right in there, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
So what are you saying? When you say older women, modern day women, what are you saying?
Like, it's just, I don't know, it's different. Like you said, it has to stimulate your brain first before you even want to be.
Yeah, but you classified women.
I'm saying,
so I want to know, is it
I'm
older
saying
women?
A lot of women now, modern day women, they just like dudes, you want to get straight to it. You could care less what turns you on. Like, like money turns you on and other shit. Like, not the actual chemistry and someone's conversation or the way they carry themselves and, real shit that matters. Like, so I don't know, like older, like I said, a little bit older than me, maybe in 40s, somewhere in there. It's still like that. They got to stimulate the brain, But I don't know. It still kind of started in my generation too. It's like half and half. Like half of us got it, then the other half don't. They're just like the rest of these young ass people. Like, and there's very few young people that have that too. There's some, but there's not many. You got to be able to stimulate the brain before anything physical. Like, a lot of people don't understand how far that really goes. Like,
no, yeah, I was talking to someone and they made a comment about this person that they were dealing with, and they said, I don't know, like, I don't even know if they're sexual. But at the same time, I don't want them to think that I'm fast, right?
Oh shit.
And so, but I think that person, sex clearly is a big thing. And for some people, it's a major thing, right? Especially if you are concerned about them being how sexual they may or may not be, as opposed to all of the other attributes they may bring to the table. Right. So I do agree with you that modern day women are really focused on sex. And it doesn't mean that it's bad, it's individual preference.
But it's weird though, the way it's being twisted nowadays though, because it's like you're taking the real fun out of it. It's not like a.
How so?
Because it's too many other aspects that go into it. It's like, motherfucker, I don't want to think about how many millions I got over here right now while I'm supposed to be doing this and we're supposed to be engaging in even exchange. Like, come on, we're exchanging energy.
Elaborate.
Right now. I'm just saying, like for some, it's not about conversation. It's literally about status. It's about financial status. Like swagger doesn't even play into it that much anymore. Like, swagger is really the money part. It's like, damn, like that's cool, but at the same time.
So are you saying that modern day women all are more focused on sex because of money?
I wouldn't say because of money, but they use it as a tool more so. And I'm just like, well, damn, it's not really fun in that aspect. Like, shit, what about when you really just wanted to have fun? It's different. Like that, because if you always feed that, that'll never really go away, and that'll always become the focus. So even when you get married or you have a serious relationship or something, when that aspect is not hitting for you like that, it's not going to be cherished. It's not going to be enjoyed. It's not going to be sincere. You know, like, even if it was a one night stand, you want to know and feel that it was sincere and intentional, not just like, you know, hey, I was drunk. And that's it.
See, that's where I disagree, weird. Because I don't think that you're going into a one night stand intentionally.
Shit, you'd be surprised.
I mean, like I said, I disagree. I think that it's something that happens. You know, I don't think most people go into it. I think some people go into it like, I'm gonna sleep with this person, possibly, right? But I think sometimes it just happens, and then, you know, you just find yourself in a situation. But I mean, we were talking more along the lines of, you know, what, like, the difference with like modern day relationships and sex, and you spoke about like women, older women your age, kind of like being like, let's just get right to it.
That's the younger ladies is like that. I mean, older women's kind of like that too. But
is that why you prefer
older women?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I've just been chasing this image in my head that I've always had since being a kid with older women, because it's just that mature look. It's just like, damn, somebody mama over there, boy. Look at, she fine. She fine now. She gonna be fine forever.
So you had a thing for moms young?
All the time. When
you were young, too?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
It is. I can't lie.
Very interesting.
It's something, I don't know, something about it. That's probably why I couldn't see myself then, like, with no younger girl or a girl my age. You know, and then, like, reaching that age that I was always seeing, you know, and in these mature women, I'm just like, oh, this is 30, this is 31, okay, all right. I'm looking around, I'm just like, damn, they don't look nothing like what I was growing up seeing. It's crazy. I feel like I've been duped. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think is your ideal relationship as it relates to sex?
An ideal relationship as it relates to sex would be, I don't know. You give me yours, and I'll think and give you mine.
Give me, you want mine before you give me yours.
Yeah, give me yours.
It was my question.
You got a point.
Well, I feel like mine's a little different because I'm married.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Well,
don't you agree?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's still like your opinion.
I feel okay. Well, so as a married person, you just have to be in alignment and on the same page. So, I guess whatever you and your partner agree upon,
all right,
is, because that's kind of what it is. As long you can't. There has to be boundaries, but you both have to be in alignment. And I know for me and my husband, in our dating phase, we talked about things very early on. So it's not a surprise in our marriage what works and what doesn't work. Right.
That's a good thing.
So these were things that were very early on discussed. Right. And so so I guess for me, even if you're dating, you just need to be open and honest about it, and then give that person the opportunity to decide, does this work or not, or does it not work for me? You know, I've always been a very I like my choices, and I like just be transparent. That's why I never really could do the whole like lying thing when dating, when men would lie, it was like, why are you lying? Just say what it is. You know what I mean? And then let me decide if this works for me or not. And that's how I was. On the flip side of it, it was like, you know, people will say, oh, well, you know, you may not agree with how I handled that situation, but for me, as long as I put the cards on the table for you and let you know what it is, we all have choices. Right. So I guess so that would be my ideal relationship as it pertains to sex is that whatever floats your boat, as long as you and the other person are in agreement.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, the word says as well, no, nothing in the bedroom is defiled between a husband and wife. So
yeah,
you're good as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta really lay like a whole list out, like an order. Like it's Tuesday. Does head work for you? Okay, good. All right. It works for me too.
So it's so funny that you say that because, have you ever seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey?
You know what? It's funny you said that. Oh my God. I was just talking to somebody about this fucking movie and I was like, I'm not really into the whole dominatrix thing. So
you've never seen it?
No. And I feel like I'm not going to watch it.
No, you have to watch it. So here's the thing. I wasn't on the whole phenomenon either, right? And then I sat down one day and I actually started watching the first. It's a 3 movie series.
What?
Mm-hmm. And I started watching the first movie, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then by the second one, I was hooked, and the third one, I was like, I love it. And so I just introduced it to my sister, and she felt the same way. The first one, she was like, ooh, and then the second one, she was like, okay, I think I like Christian Grey. By the third one, she was like, I love him. I was like, yeah, me too.
Oh, wow.
So, that is what we heard is like and there is some, some dominating in it or whatnot, but ultimately it's a love story between 3 people. But I brought it up. I'm sorry, not 3 people. Sorry, 2 people.
I was gonna say, goddamn.
Excuse me. Excuse me, I misspoke. 2 people.
Okay.
So, and I brought it up because in the first movie, he has a contract that he is trying to get her to sign.
Okay.
And in the contract, in clause 5, if you will, there's all these things that like she can either agree to or disagree to, right? And then he'll rewrite the contract or whatnot. So when you said, it's kind of like this head on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
And so that's why I brought up the contract thing. But I think, yeah, that's it. It is important because that's how women, and not just women, possibly men too, end up in situations where they feel like I've lost myself in this relationship because I've done things or I'm doing things that I never thought I would. And that and the way you end up in a situation like that, in my opinion, is because your guys' preferences haven't been discussed. They're not aligned. And you're not on the same page.
It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy, especially for someone like me, because I'm like, that would never happen to me. Because I'm exactly.
How the fuck did I get here? Shit. Pineapples. Let me go. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, think about it. Like, for example, right now, this whole polyamorous lifestyle is like a whole trend.
That's crazy.
You scroll down TikTok, you got couples like advertising it now.
I'm cool.
I see it everywhere now.
Would you ever try it?
I wouldn't.
Good.
No.
Smart.
It's not. I know that it's not for me, and it's something that again, me and my husband talked about very early
talked
on.
About that. That's
well,
dope.
we just talked about like threesomes.
Shit.
Would you and. Because what man doesn't want to have a threesome? If your girl's down, like, you're probably going to be down for it, right? So it was one of those things where I was just very early on, like, how do you feel about threesomes?
Shout out threesomes, okay?
Yes.
See you out there.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Shit.
Whatever floats your boat.
I ain't going to lie.
Threesomes aren't for me.
I ain't going to lie.
Have you ever had one?
No comment. So, I plead the fifth.
I'm gonna say he's had one, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
Hey, there's been more than 3, but anyways.
Oh, so there's been like 4 of you, or like 5 of you? How many of you? Oh, that's like an orgy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I was the only guy, so no.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
It was different.
How many? How many?
Oh shit! I'm gonna go with 5.
So there was 5 women and one of you.
Yes.
What did that look like?
I was 18. My girlfriend was 27 at the time.
What did that look like?
Shit.
I want to know.
It was dark.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Down the hole we go. Let's go down the
Let's
rabbit
go.
hole.
Come on. Come on. Hey, I've been spilling all my beans today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Them was like.
And you said nothing. No. And you said
beans.
nothing. So I want to know, Nathan, what did that look like?
Man.
So you and your girlfriend did this. She was 27.
Yeah.
You guys were in alignment. You both wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was actually kind of crazy. Like, we had went to a party, and then she had a girlfriend, and it was kind of crazy. She ended up dating, like, one of my childhood friends, and I was like, oh, shit.
A girl?
Yeah. It's just like, oh,
so your girlfriend had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, my girl's got a girl.
So I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. It's like, hey, I always liked you anyway. So, whatever. It's cool. And now we're all happy. Whatever.
Okay.
So we ended up going to a party, and people were getting drunk, high. Mm-hmm. This is around the time Molly was the thing, I guess.
Oh, you're on a Molly.
No, I never done drugs.
Okay.
No, I don't play with drugs.
Gotcha.
But just a lot of stuff was happening at that time.
So what did the orgy look like with little old Nate and 5 women?
She said little old Nate.
I need to know. I need details. I need details of what that looked like. Did you have one on one of your feet, the other one on your other foot?
Almost.
Like,
it's funny you said that.
And
that's like a thing.
2 up here and like
that's low key.
One
like
down
thing.
there. Like what did that look like? I just need to know. I need details.
Man, that room was a jungle. I know that.
What did that look like?
That shit was a jungle.
In my mind, I see one woman on this foot. On the right foot. One on the left foot.
It just was like weird. Like at first, it just was us 3. It's just like, all right,
okay.
And then
so there was 3 total, or 3 women and then you.
No, it was just me, my girl, and
her girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, and then where did the other?
The other 2 were in the room. They were there
doing what?
Hanging out.
While you 3 were having sex.
Out. Yeah, like they were hanging out.
Okay.
That shit just, man, I don't know. It was like some magnetic field just pulled them right in. They were like, that looks like fun. Let's try it.
So what happens? Do you all just take turns? Like, you're not giving me details.
It was a lot going on.
The people want to know, Nathan, what that looks like. Please do share.
Hey, how's it going, good people?
We're not going to give any names or anything, but we definitely want to know. The people want to know. Yeah, and I speak for the people.
I speak for the people? Okay, advocate. Thanks.
Let's go. Because you're still not saying anything.
I'm
very confused.
So we were just all, having the frolicking time of our lives. And this is the crazy part. Like, so while this is all going on, my little brother is outside in the living room. The shit's crazy. He's in the living room. He doesn't exactly know, but he knows. Like, he's just like, something is up. I'm like, yeah, something is definitely up. It's me. I'm up in here. I ain't playing. So we get a knock at the window. It's crazy as shit. Like,
did you, Nathan? I don't care about your brother. Did you, Nathan?
Oh shit!
Transfer energies with all 4 of the women.
That's not my name.
Yes or no?
No comment. I'm gonna go ahead.
So beautiful people.
Yes, I did.
It's safe to say.
All
right. Yes, you didn't. No, okay. We're back to you.
I did host. I didn't say I did anything. I just hosted. I hosted.
So you transferred energy with all 4 of the women.
5.
But no, you're the 5th person. So now there was 6 of you?
Yeah.
I'm done with this conversation.
I was trying to get to that part.
Your brother came?
No, hell. Well, he did knock at the door, but that was after the 5th girl showed up.
So what does that look like? Do the other 3 watch? You can only do 1 at one time.
Yeah, but I can get done too a lot by multiple. It's fun. I mean, there's obviously
maybe I don't need any more details.
There's obviously some crossing intersections in there. You know what I mean?
Too much.
There's things that are going this away and then that away, and everybody had a job. We'll say that. Okay. moving on. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, like.
So what I'm trying to get at is that, okay, so we went in this direction because we were talking about like poly relationships and things.
Right.
And, you know, in my head, I wonder about those too, because I wonder, like, what does that look like? Do you all have sex at the same time? Do you take turns? Like, you know, and so I was trying to figure out what that looked like for you.
It depends on the vibe. It depends on the night. You know, it depends on... It really just depends. You know, you have to be in that realm. You have to be comfortable with your partner. But see, again, that was when I was like 19, 18, 20. You know, still experimenting and learning some things. Nowadays, I don't think I really want all of that smoke. I'm cool.
You have quite the body count, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, if 6 people were all doing it at one time
wouldn't say that.
in one session,
I count that as one. All right.
That's a really good answer.
We're gonna go ahead and just compact that into
yikes,
one. You know?
Yikes! That's a lot of energy being transferred.
It really was. Mm-hmm. Windows were foggy. Very.
I bet.
Hey, look. Crazy thing is, right? 2 of them were sisters. It's crazy.
It's not crazy. It's not unheard of.
It's fun.
I bet.
It was.
It sounds like quite the session.
Yeah, if you will, if you will. And my little brother was on the other side of the door. He's like, "Please let me in." I'm like, "Damn, nah, man, I'm busy."
He was begging.
Oh, he really was. No bullshit.
So, do you think that like couples should participate in things like that?
You know what? I'm a little torn on that. Like, it's like a yay and a nay. I'm not against it completely, but I'm against it to some degree. It just depends. You really have to be secure within yourself with the person you're with, and they have to have that same sense of security in you for you guys to even venture out on that. In my case and scenario, the times that I've had those kind of escapades, I'll say.
Oh, so it's been more than one time.
No comment, but
I'm not with the whole no comment. Like, come on.
Okay, all right. Gosh. All right.
So you've done this quite a few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not 5 people, but yes.
Okay. So you've had threesomes and quadruple sums.
I wouldn't say that part, but
I mean,
I'll stick with
quadruple sums is more than 4, right?
Well, yeah, only one time though.
Okay.
That was it.
All right, but you've had multiple threesomes.
Yeah,
or orgies. I'm just going to call them orgies.
My girlfriend liked girls at the time, you know? It is what
it is. Your girlfriend had
a
girlfriend.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 times, to be honest.
So you've had a few orgies.
I wouldn't call it that, but okay.
I think those are orgies. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, like I say, it's weird because you be thinking like you got it made in the shade and it sounds like it, and your girl's like, "Oh yeah, let's try it," but then
it causes problems.
It just depends. Like, you can't really steal the show. You can't outdo nothing. Like, stuff you see in like videos,
right? So like, you can't do this person better than the other person.
Right?
Oh yeah,
right.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, that's so relationship wise, that can really cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? If for any reason your partner feels unloved, or like you didn't give them enough attention, or something like that, to that degree, or even if like you I don't know, you might whip out the big guns tonight. Who knows? It might go that way. You might.
What are the big guns?
Shit. Who knows? You might go take one of them pills from the gas station. I don't fucking know.
Oh yikes! And then you get bigger.
I don't know about that.
Is that what happens?
I don't know about that.
What are the big guns? I need to understand what that means.
I'm saying you might do some shit that you don't normally do.
Oh, I see. Like, okay.
So you might do
the
something.
Bag of tricks.
Yeah, and they might look at you like, what the fuck? You pulled it out for Maria and shit? Like, not me. Like, what the fuck? Okay. You just never know.
Okay. No, I definitely, I hear you, because I've known quite a few people that have participated in, these threesomes, orgies, poly, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard some interesting stories. I actually used to have a friend back in the day that was like her specialty. She loved having, like, basically she was like a swinger. So, her and her partner would swing and they would do things or whatnot, or she would, be involved in like married couple sex. And then, she was an attractive girl. She was a freaky girl. So
is your friend back in the day?
Back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I'm not friends with her anymore.
Oh, no?
No, Nathan. So she is not interested.
I'm gonna need you to reconnect with that friend right there.
But yeah, so it was, it always caused a problem because the wife would get mad or, now her and the husband are off doing their own thing while the wife's now at work or whatever the case may be. And it just always, that's why I personally,
too many discrepancies.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's something
it's only good for that, to be honest. It's literally only good
for like a one-time thing.
Not even necessarily a one-time thing. It's only limited to sex. That's it. Because when it comes
it becomes a problem though, because the thing is that you're going to continue having sex.
Well, true.
And now you've opened those floodgates.
Right. I mean, and I'm just saying like,
and now it becomes a problem if you really like the sex.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, look, if everybody is on the same page about that, well, then it's going to be great all the time. Every time you won't have really shit to worry about. Especially if everybody in the equation can really get on the same page of knowing, literally only for this. And I'm not saying
you got to have a strong, and you have to have a strong mindset for that.
Right,
and
that's what I'm saying. That's not everybody.
And that's not everybody.
Right,
exactly.
And I'm saying that to say, past the sex, the poly part, fuck no. To me, that's trash. To me, like not like that. I'm not hating on nobody, but to each his own. But I'm just like, damn,
I see what you're saying. So
as
you're
a
saying,
man, I don't want to deal with that many goddamn women on a regular level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still have to deal with you in regular life, like when you have a cycle, or, you just have a bad day, or cooking, cleaning. That's too many discrepancies. Now I gotta choose and pick. And like, oh, your pork chops are better than hers. Like, fuck that. That's too much.
It's a lot.
Then that's gonna disturb the intimacy when it's time to do that, because the motherfucker's gonna feel a certain type of way and be like, oh, well, if you think that's better, then you probably think that part is better than about her. So you're not really making both these women feel special when it's past just the sex thing. If you are, hey, kudos, salute to you.
I think that the Mormons had it down packed.
Who did?
The Mormons.
Really?
Like the old school Mormons that used to do this.
Enlighten me. I haven't heard this one before.
Yeah, I think that they, the ones that live, I don't know, but the one like Joseph Smith and all them and all the wives and the ones that live out there on those like colonies or whatever they have going on out there.
Oh shit! Oh, you talking about the dudes who don't have no fucking electricity or nothing? They just around that.
No, I'm not talking about the Amish people.
I was gonna say, I'm talking, but similar.
Like,
huh?
Yeah, Mormons are their background. They've been known to have. You've heard the sister wives.
Oh, that shit is weird.
To me, it's the same thing,
yeah,
and that's where this whole trend has kind of come from. I feel like. The modern day poly lifestyles. But, back then they had order. They had their different houses, and that kind of thing. And there was a general understanding amongst the wives of everybody played their role. And I think that's where, the modern day relationships, when they try to, because to them it's like that. All about, all about the wild sex, and then, you do the cooking and you do the cleaning and you do this and you do that while the man does whatever God knows what, right? And he's got all these women doing all these things. But then it's like, those aren't, first of all, if you're not on the right, if you're not all on the same page, like you said, it's not going to go it's not going to go very smoothly, because you can't be trying to coerce these people into living this certain lifestyle that you think you're going to convince them works for everyone when it doesn't really work for them or whatever. And in that case, it's like you said, it probably should just be what it is. We're just going to
just do this.
Yeah, we're just going to do this. And then me and my partner are going to leave, and the rest of you the chips will fall how they lie. I don't know.
It's crazy because, like you saying that, to go along with that, that's really the case and scenario in damn near everything in this world. If you don't have a realistic approach, it's bound to fail. Hands down. Yeah. I don't care what it is. It's bound to fail. If you don't think about the outcome, the ramifications, anything, pros, cons, and it's not realistic, it's bound to fail. You know, so like you said, there was order, structure. That made sense because they understood and knew the roles. Like, and that's a lot of people, and with a lot of things, it's like you want to emulate and look like and do such things, but you haven't really done the necessary research to find out what goes into this or that. It's just like having a regular relationship, though. You know, just regular man, woman, and a healthy relationship. You want to have it where it's not toxic. It's not this. It's not that. Communication is fire. Everything is on the same page. Everybody's equally yoked. You know, all this white picket fence shit. And that's great. However, you don't know the hardships and struggle that it takes to get to that. And everybody is not mentally fit.
Well, it's work.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to bypass the actual work and just reap the benefit. You can't reap the benefit without putting in the work. And you know, that's where like falling in love with the process comes into play. Because you have to be like that. You mentally have to be there. If you're not, it's not going to happen. Like, and again, like I say, kudos to those people who do have poly relationships and it's working out.
Or that like participate in orgies and swinging
that.
and
all that. If it's working out, like
right.
You know what gets me?
I say whatever floats your boat, as long as you're all on the same page.
I don't understand how people could swing. Not me. I mean, but I respect
personally, I'm with you, but it's, to me, it's no different than the poly relationship or the orgies that you're participating in. Because at the end of the day, I get what you're saying, that like I don't want to see while me and my partner are maybe indulging with these 4 other people, right, together, I don't really want to see the next man penetrate or this transfer of energy with my partner, right?
Yeah,
that's I think that's where some men are caught up in the whole I can't get down with the swinging thing, right?
I couldn't do it.
For me personally, it's all the same. Like whether it's an orgy or a poly relationship or swinging or whatever it is, I feel like I'm a selfish person and my partner is my partner, and like I don't want to share you with anybody,
right?
So I'm not participating in any of that, and you're not. As long as we're together, you're not participating in that. So that just doesn't work for me. But yeah, I agree with you, and I definitely am not trying to see any type of swinging situation. Like that's all just
you want to swing? Let's go to the park. Come on, we're gonna go to the park. I got you.
Yeah. And I just think, it's just too much. And I think it all goes back to what I said at the beginning is like, it's a transfer of energy. I truly believe that every person that you sleep with, that you are sleeping with every person that they've slept with. So you just, in the back of my mind, I know that that's truly how I feel. So being selective is just kind of like my approach to sex and relationships. Thank God I'm married. So shout out to being married. Right. And it doesn't mean anything because people in marriages cheat every day. Right. So most people listening might say, it doesn't matter that you married. Yeah, it doesn't. Right. But I think I'm secure in my marriage. My husband's secure in our marriage. Like we know that like, no matter what happens, like we're not going to like step out of it sexually and exchange energies with other people. You might as well, you know, and if that's going to happen, it needs to be a conversation of like, this is no longer working. This is what I'm doing. And I think that we both are on the same page with that, just because like, you know, it's dangerous out there now.
It's treacherous.
You know, it's so dangerous. I actually saw something on the Shade Room where like the STD rate has like, it's insane. It's really? Like let me see if I can find it. I
wouldn't doubt it.
This is what it said. It was pretty wild.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Here it is. So crazy. It said STD epidemic in the US is out of control. Syphilis and HIV on the rise, and 1.6 million chlamydia cases reported in 2021. Damn. So not only are you transferring energy, people, but there is that high risk of, you know, contracting an STD, bringing more children into the world in toxic situations where, you know, these kids, they need better role models, you know, like real. Parents. And so when we're just out here having baby after baby after baby with the next Joe Schmo that we met at the club, and or every boy, the record store too, right? The record store, or I mean, the record store, but I ain't got no babies. But first of all, I got one child.
Can you imagine?
No multiple baby daddies, so
could
it's
you
fine.
Imagine that?
Like,
look,
no,
my
I couldn't.
Kids are by the same woman too. Could you imagine that though? Like, imagine if you had to look at your kids or something, or you just knew some kids and it was like, oh, he's a threesome baby. That's crazy. Like, what
and
the
you know
fuck?
what? And there's nothing against anyone that
damn.
has multiple baby daddies or mamas or whatever the hell, whatever floats your boat. You know, but there's just, it's something that people need to think about because, I mean, like when you look at our families, you know, families and all of that. So it's just something that people need to think about and be more cognizant about and make wiser decisions.
This is true.
And just understand that it's not just, sex isn't just all about fun. You know, there's a lot more that goes into it.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a tool. It's definitely a weapon. It's both. You know, it just depends on what direction you really want to aim it, pitch it, use it, you know, and that matters because it can either work for you or work against you.
Agreed.
You know, and some things you'll think were working for you really were working against you. You don't see it till later, later on. So be careful out there making those decisions because
and strap up.
Yeah, you better strap it up.
Strap up because I'm pretty sure abortions are no mas.
That's crazy.
So it is what it is, and you heard it here on Common Sensitivity Podcast.
Common Sensitivity Podcast.
What do you think about this topic? Is it common sense or highly sensitive? Commonly sensitive?
Definitely has to go with common sense.
I think so.
Definitely.
I think so.
There's, you know, there should be nothing sensitive about that. Like, I don't even sugarcoat it with my kids. I tell them flat out what it is.
It is what it is.
Like, if my mom had done that with me, it probably would have been a little different, maybe, you know, different understanding. Because you want people to be well-rounded.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And if you're well-rounded, you pass that on to the next generation. That's how you bring awareness and, you know, we get better.
Yep. So, in closing, we want to thank you, as always, for tuning in to the Common Sensitivity Podcast. Your girl, Mo and Nate. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.